Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome back to some more Sir We Have an Orc Problem. I really like this game, so I wanted to put a little bit more time into it. Now, the question is, how am I even going to pull this off? I don't know. We're going to try and lean into my Thunder Towers. Oof. Let's see. And see how they go. I've got a couple more, I guess I placed between episodes. I was going to poke at this on my own, and I'm like, you know what, this game's short enough. Let's just finish playing it. This area is looking wildly undefended, and yet it is holding, shockingly. This, not so much so. I'm thinking I should move this gun up. These are going full blast. This one, honestly, I could actually point right here. Okay, let's move some things. Something like this, and there we go. Because, yeah, I'm wasting a lot of bullets here that could be shooting some enemies. Okay. Do we do anything else? These might need to get moved. I'll think about it. Okay, let's go see about upgrades. Let's see, so I can get more Tesla coil towers. I can increase that. I'd love to go for more flamethrower towers, but that is a little expensive. Yeah, just a flat point of damage would be huge. Oh, more gunner towers. I'll take that. Okay, something like that. This might be a little wasteful. I'll have to figure out the positioning on it. Yeah, I know somebody's probably going to be grumpy about my lack of use of missiles, but I have not invested in them in the slightest, so I don't really think they're worth the time or energy. So this is holding really well, actually. This is not. This is holding. So it's really this area that's the serious issue, probably because it's got the most amount of enemies coming through it. Let's see. Could just go for the bonus resources. Yeah, I think I'll just be lazy. Boost those two. Because, yeah, we should be maxing that out. We're going to need to no matter what. And so the sooner I do, the more I benefit from doing so. Let's see. And we'll just try and make very slow progress on this one. The one thing I could potentially do is actually change this one and point it upwards. Because it's still going to get these guys. But it's, yeah, it's wasting a couple of shots. So let's actually move this one over and point it upwards, and then have this one point up. Let's see. Something like this. Something like this. Okay, and then let's surrender. Okay. Do we just keep maxing this out? It feels tacky, but yeah, I think that's exactly what I should do. Because once again, the more I max that out, the more resources we're going to get overall. So let's see how this goes. The other thing to note is I probably should actually have moved these. Oh, you know what? Let's do that before we're too far in. I'm going to move the slowing grenades over. This is the section that needs it the most. Because this was looking pretty bad for a little while, but the guns and the flamethrowers are doing a really good job. I actually might want to move this this lightning tower out, as it's not actually really doing much of anything. I guess it's catching a couple of my Ds. We might actually win this. Like, we're getting a... No, that's looking really bad. Yeah, once it spills over... Well... Yeah, that's worth it. Do you want to actually get the tower damage stats just because? Oh. Yeah, silver orcs for extra money. That's got some merits. Okay, so what can we do? Grenade slow strength? Other grenade launcher tower? Let's go for a little bit of slow strength. Yeah, keep investing in the money. Let's see. You know what, actually, I'm gonna play again. I'm gonna remove this one. Even if it was catching some Ds, I think we want it here. Because all I have to do is just make these a little bit more powerful, and they'll handle everything. It's impressive how effective this is here. I was assuming they would get overwhelmed because a lot are going down it, and it's really just this one single gun wall, but they're just handling it. I think it's because they're clogging here, so they can't actually, like, really do much. Yeah, still a couple are getting through, but this area is looking not as bad as it was. No, here it goes. Yeah, here's where it starts spilling over. Even if I don't complete this one, we're dang close. Well, we're just gonna keep... I'm just gonna keep focusing on finances while we're right here. It's boring, and maybe I should just try and finish things, but hard to say. Oh, right, and we got the TPS statistics, so we can actually see which is doing well. The flamethrowers are really good. Gunners are close, though. Lightning, not so much, though, but I haven't invested much into them. Yeah, so, like, most of the build options that I've picked here have actually been pretty good. Not perfect. I think if I were to change anything, I'd maybe move this one down here. It's firing 100% of the time, but it's not the most practical location. Yeah, we should max these two out. Okay. Chance that we get a silver orc. Let's see. Scorched armor, so they take more damage. That is tempting. The one problem with the explosive orcs is they don't... This doesn't scale hugely. But I think it's fine. Oh, right. I was gonna surrender, play again. We're gonna move this one. Because, yeah, having it here means it's not going to be hitting quite as often, but half the enemies here don't even need to be hit immediately. Whereas here they're weakened, this will finish them off, and, because, yeah, it was probably hitting a bunch of the, like, little guys that get just burned to death by the flamethrower. Other thing I would consider doing is actually rotating this, moving it up a little. Because that wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, only... No, here it goes. I was going to say, it's like only a handful have managed to actually sneak through. No, actually that worked. Yeah, we got it. Obviously, we're not going to get the secondary reward, but we managed to kill them all. Well, most of them. Okay, so let's go upgrades. Honestly, ooh, 7,000. That's expensive. boost that. I think I might actually just do that level again. Oh, but you know what? Surrender again. This guy's got way more range now. So we're just going to move it up a little. Because the more time that these have to burn, the less little guys there are to eat bullets for the bigger guys that need to actually be finished off. It's mostly working. We're still going to have a couple that get through here, presumably. Like, this is not a situation where, we're going to get the perfect reward. Probably. Yeah. But, like, this is looking actually pretty good. I don't think a single guy got by here. It was just the two down the center. And all I have to do is just make my gunner turrets just a smidge better. Okay, that's too expensive. So, playing level 4-1. Oh, you know what? I should do that. Okay. I should have done that after this one. Oh, there are 40k orcs on this next one. I put that in my title for my first video on this. Second video on this. The one that went up on the main channel yesterday. Let's see if the extra shots per second is enough to call the last couple of orcs that would get through. But yeah, I put in the title, like, built an army to kill 40,000 orcs as kind of like a Warhammer 40k joke. But I'm glad that they do actually have a level that has 40,000 orcs. It just feels like you should have that if you're going to be making a game like this. It's super clearly, like, 40k coded. Damn. And not quite. I actually got let more through here. It's really this section that's an issue. I guess one more lightning turret to catch D's right here would also do the trick. Look, I want that bonus resource for culling them all. Did we not get a circle or a square for doing this? It's honestly a bit of a surprise. Okay. Yeah, one more Tesla coil, one more damage, bit of range. Grab those. Yeah. Looks like there is no, let's see. Looks like there's no special bonus reward for beating this level, apart from just a ton of currency. Which, I mean, honestly is fine. Once again, I'm a huge advocate for incremental games actually limiting how much you can buy. Not with extreme inflation, because that's kind of annoying, but having, like, limited amounts of special upgrades, or having a bunch of special upgrades and a limited amount of boss currency that you can spend on things. Because I think that makes for a very compelling experience. Because my playthrough is probably going to look wildly different from somebody that's, like, leaned really hard into using mortars, for example. Alright, I think we got it. The center was the one that was leaking, and it is leaking no longer. Now we just have to finish off the stragglers. Oh, and we did get a square for beating all the orcs, which we kind of knew was going to happen. Shocked enemies will run in the wrong direction for a little while, which seems kind of okay. But I think I'm going to invest in this one, get that boosted. Oh, plus jumps. The jumps are going to be really good. But I think I'm going to go for, like, free penetration chance and I guess another jump. Okay. Oh, it's this map. I recognize this map. I'm so glad I can re-angle these. Okay. So the question is, how do we want to do this one? We're looking for the big choke points. The ones that every single orc is kind of going to pass through. Yeah, something like this. It's obviously not nearly enough. Let's see. But what can you do? Yeah, so I think the main issue we're going to run into on this one is that we have these upper sections that I'm not covering particularly well. I guess I have a bunch of these guns, though. Let's do something like that. Let's see. Another one of these right here. Well, I guess when in doubt, more gun. The problem is I don't know which angle these guys are going to be coming from. And so I'm probably wasting some bullets here, but I don't know. Let's see. Where do I put the rest? I mean, when in doubt, that, and just hope for the best. Because the flame wall here is mostly just going to soften them up, take out most of the really tiny guys. Okay, so these guns need to move over a little. It seems like the the trio of gunners here are doing a really good job. Let's see. So why don't we somewhat regretfully invest in that, and then a bunch in range. We have the orbital cryo beam. I think most of these I'm not too keen on, so I think we'll just wait. Okay, so these are now actually in a fine angle. In that case, I'm actually going to pull the zaps back just a smidge. Pop them there. Well, let's see how this goes. Because, yeah, the reason why I want to get the extra range is just so it covers the longest possible line of these dudes. And this seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, we have a couple that... Oh, we had one sneak through. Yeah, Because obviously we're not going to get a whole lot of DPS out of these zappers. But it's honestly way better than nothing. Yeah, our big issue is actually these guys in the center. No, I guess this crowd's managing to get through a little bit. Yeah, I don't think we're quite going to beat this one. Because there are still 10,000 orcs waiting in the wings and 10,000 alive. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so there's the last amount of bonus money. Do I want to get another flamethrower tower? I think so, because I want to see what is here. That's just more flamethrower towers. Okay. That's kind of good. 3 shots per second. More Tesla towers, more shots per second. And range? Sure. I'll just go for those. So, I have another flamethrower. Where the heck do I put it? I mean, there. And if we get one more, we can cover that last bit. Because having things on fire makes my gunners just so much stronger. I guess if I were to do anything, maybe I'd take these zappers out and move them back a little. Maybe. Because, yeah, even with their current presence, they're not amazingly strong. Dang, actually giving them the extra fire rate is actually making them pretty good. It's still a couple sneaking by, but not huge amounts. Could also boost the range and move them here. But I think it's fine. I'm not expecting to win this one. Yeah, this extra fire barrier mostly is handling things. That is 10,000, which is a little rough. Okay, more shots per second, more range. I think I'm going to give them 1 flat damage. Okay, and that's more gunner towers, but it's really expensive. Okay, that good enough? So what does this do? Damage to all slowed orcs and explodes when their duration expires. Both are pretty good. I just am not convinced by it yet. Okay, so I was going to do something. I was going to move these here. Because that gives them a greater potential coverage. No, that's not going to work. I'll need to boost the range on these things. Let's see. Something like that. Because we're going to have some coming through here, but some are going to be coming through here. And yeah, I need one more flamethrower, but I'm not going to be able to get it. Not normally. And yeah, this set of gunners is in a fine spot. These guys are doing a good job. This one comes off as a little silly. I think I should probably just have it here. But, I mean, it seems to be working. And yeah, the boost to the Electro Tower is pretty good. I mean, honestly, I think the big one is just giving the gunners the extra one single point of damage. Was huge. Yeah, they're not exactly snipers, but the Electro Towers do a very good job of cleanup. Okay, maybe not here. This is a bit much. I think giving them just more range is probably the trick. Because yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to take all of them out. We might survive this. It's going to be close. Yeah, no, I think this is going to get overwhelmed. Yeah. Didn't, but we got absurdly far. Okay, give him a little bit more range. Let's see. Get a bunch of them. Get more shots per second. Get another jump. Get another jump. Boost the gunner damage. Okay. Probably 0.3 shots per second and a little bit more damage. Alright. We're gonna be close to getting it. Let's see, where do I want to put this one? Considering this area doesn't have a flame tower, maybe here? I'll just put it after the guns. I don't actually know if that was necessary. Maybe having it up near the guns is good. But I think mostly this is just a numbers game. Well, there's probably better placements for some of the things that I'm working with. I'm not feeling like this is hugely wasteful. I think the one thing I'd move is probably this gun. And these guns, actually. We're losing a lot of bullets right here. Like a lot of them. Other thing to note with this one, this area is completely untouched, so we should take this flamethrower and point it out further. Though we may also just beat this. Because yeah, we also don't have anybody coming from this direction, so I could put this flamethrower here. We did actually let one through. Damn. Well, it's fine. So, point this one up. Point this one up. And fix these guns. Yeah, so I think we beat this one. But not perfectly. So I think I'll do play again and re-angle some of these, because we're also losing some bullets here. Okay. Change some of this. So it's you. Change this one's angle. That one's angle. And I mean, honestly, let's just point that there. Move this one here. Do that. And then with these. Best thing I can do is probably this. There we go. And then I'll just have this one a little closer. Okay, anything else? No. So now I think we're going to surrender. Let's figure it out. So I don't have any more upgrades that require a circle. Circle seems to just unlock new tech. So we could get mortars, we could get cannons, or we could get laser. So I think you do actually get the ability to unlock everything, eventually. Maybe. Now let's see, we have all the finances upgrades. Let's see what the silver orcs give us. Okay, so that just increases the chances. Eh. Let's see. Mortars still remain kind of tempting. Get one more of those. Let's see, more jumps. Probably more damage. And another jump. Okay. Yeah, because we still have a square to earn. Let's see, where do we want to put this one? Feels like that's a bad spot. So I could jam them both here. I think I'm going to just do that. I'm not actually sure where the leaks are coming from. Other thing I should do is probably finish boosting all of my guns. Because my gunner towers only need a couple more upgrades and then they're done. And then it's just like occasionally buying one or two more. Okay, this is working. These are working. This is good. This is a little wasteful, but I think it's fine. It's much more practical if enemies are on fire when those guns are hitting, but we just don't have another flamethrower to boost them. Okay, yeah, those extra Thunder Tower upgrades are working. Oh, there's actually quite a number that are coming through here. That's an oversight. So in that case, I should take one of these guns and point it directly up this direction. And probably one of these. And put it over here. Okay, there we go. That should do the trick. I guess I could have actually gone to spend some resources. Because we can also just get through this with sheer oomph. Meter. I mean, raw damage. The extra shots per second feels a little unnecessary. Let's just go with that. Okay, let's finish this off. There we go. Because yeah, some of the guys are going to be spilling out here, but hopefully they'll get caught. This will catch some of these Ds, and then we have this as a secondary catching system. if I were to... I guess I could actually move these up. I keep putting them in the back to catch things, but I already have plenty of those. But I also think just boosting their damage was maybe enough. Yeah, this is no longer spilling over, so that was one primary concern dealt with. And this is being managed reasonably well. Yeah, my zap towers aren't holding amazingly well. Or, they're not doing amazingly well DPS-wise, but that is because, like, half their number are in the back. Damn, the silver orcs are just incandescent. Okay, so we've run out of reinforcements. None have gotten past at this point, and few are even making it past the midline. Just like a handful here, which makes sense. We don't have extra fire. Alright. I think we're good. Yeah, nope, this is perfect. Yeah, I really like how this game handles being an incremental. One thing I struggle with a lot of incremental games is that, like, the actual gameplay is kind of minimal. Let's see, what are we investing into? +2 damage on those is a little tempting. I think I'm gonna try the laser. It sounds fun. +5 bounces. Oh, that sounds... yeah. Meter, range, damage, more laser towers. Okay, more meters, shot per second, damage, and more laser towers. Because the other thing I should be investing in is this. Because if I can max this out, that's just huge. So what... huh. Okay. I have no real plans, but we can cover each of these entrances in fire. And so that's exactly what I think I'm going to do. I don't have quite enough gunner towers for all of this. Or to give each of these 2. We'll figure it out. Okay, we have the laser tower. I have no idea how this works. And they're not going to do as much damage. Wait, hold up. If these bounce off of walls... damn it. These are bouncing off of walls. Then I should be making the most of that. Hopefully that does what I think it's going to do. Okay, I want to have these kind of the back sections. Not there. Nope, come on. There we go. Okay. And then I can get one more for the sake of it. Okay, that's all that. Where do we put one of these? I don't know. Something like that. Okay, so the lasers are doing exactly what I was kind of hoping they would. If anything, I actually want to get a shallower angle on those. Because it looks like the lasers have infinite pierce. Okay. Yeah, having the flamethrowers kind of parked right here is correct. Having these angled like this is working great. Let's see. I'm going to just boost those. Because getting these two maxed out is probably going to be extremely helpful. Ooh, the extra flamethrower range may also be a really good idea. Okay, I'm going to try something slightly different. We're actually going to angle all of these just out like this. Okay, much shallower angle because we want this bounce to be largely constrained. Okay, we don't have anything else. Yeah. Because we want this to just be a little piercing kill corridor. So the reason why I had these angle out is just to give them a little bit more coverage. I think it was correct. Because, yeah, a number of these guys are bouncing off the edge, whereas this is catching most of them. These, I still think having the flamethrowers right here is good. So, haven't let any through on the... Oh, on the bottom, but that's because we've got the slowing grenades. We got some stuff. Let's see. I'm just going to go for that. Let's see. Next up. More explosive orc damage? Sure. Okay. So I think big one is angle these out. Except for these. We want these to be constantly kind of torching the ones in that section. Let's see. Anything else I can do? Not really, no. That was too shallow. Okay, there we go. I really wish the range predictor on this would actually the range predictor on this would actually show the angle of refraction. Yeah, what is the difference here? I don't know why the top's leaking so much more. Maybe there's more orcs going up? Hard to say. It's not really a big deal. Damn, this is one of those where the gunner towers are just really killing it. Okay. Well, easiest answer is gunner fire rate? Eh. Probably just boost them? Yeah, let's just make the laser towers stronger. Because, yeah, just having them do a ton of damage and have way more range is probably good. Oh. Huh. So we got 3 laser towers on the bottom. No, but that wouldn't be doing it. There is also an argument to be made for just pointing a laser tower down one of these lines. Because they've got infinite piercing. Yeah, it's really this section that's leaking. Despite the fact that it's got... It's no different from all the other ones. It's this one that sucks. This is not doing me any good. So I think we need to, move it. Probably just right here. Maybe right here? Let's see. +2 damage. More shots fired. More range. I mean, yeah, let's just make them deadly. More laser towers. Let's see. More bounce. Oh, yeah, that's an argument to be made. So this might actually be too shallow. Is wasting some of its DPS. Yeah, I'm going to just try pointing one laser directly down this direction. And then this direction. Oops. But like I said, having just like a little bit of that angle of refraction would be huge. Yeah, do we think this is good enough? I think so. So the lasers are doing quite well. The zap turret's not as much, but it's fine. And it's really the guns are just... I don't think we're wasting a single bullet here for the most part, and so that is just carrying. Man, there's still 20,000 orcs left. But we're culling them. They're not collecting anywhere. It's usually when they start massing together that they become extremely dangerous. Yeah, I do wonder if just having a laser pointed down these, like, big lines wouldn't actually be more practical than the bounce house system that I've got going on here. The 1 survivors. Okay, yeah, they're starting to collect here. Which is not great. Still, we might survive this. think we're going to. Even if I'm a little wounded, we beat the level, and that gets me a ton of money. Okay, what is the most useful thing I could invest into? Some more flat damage for those. Another gunner tower. That's so expensive, but arguably worth it. Okay, go for those. That does not have any red squares coming off of it, so we can actually get the Tesla coil confusion. Oh, and that increases their... Oh no, that's their duration. That's fair. Okay. Then at some point I should really be investing in these grenade launcher towers. Okay. I'm pretty committed to finishing this. The question is, what do I do different? Not much. I did buy a bunch of upgrades there. So I think we're good. I recognize that this is slowed down considerably. You know what? Here, over. Play again. Something like that. Okay, so this one's on the money. This one needs to be down here. There we go. No, it's good. I think it just swings a little high. Because I like the bounce, but this is such a good firing angle. That using that to just kind of soften things up would be lovely. Because this way we're practically hitting every single orc. I think the only thing I'd complain about with this, with the talent tree, is that I actually wish it went deeper. You know, I got kind of excited when I saw the square upgrades beyond. But there was only like 1 or 2 per tower type. And it's like, I kind of wish you could keep investing in things. I think it would have been really cool to have, like, more things to do with flamethrowers, but we've maxed them out completely. It would be harder to balance, which is probably why, you know, I can't do that. But it is one of those where it's like, I want a talent tree in an incremental game that, like, really leans into, I am so sorry if you guys can hear that. A talent tree that really leans into letting you, like, hyper specialize if you want to. I guess this one could have been up a little bit more. Yeah, they're not even stacking up here, which is huge. I don't know if I can claim that's entirely the laser towers, but it does kind of look like the laser towers are directly responsible for keeping this area clean. All right, perfect. So what do we want to do next? I've only got 10k, which is not a huge amount. I'll just boost their range. Okay. Gosh. I mean, it seems like the easiest and best answers that I generally have here are point gun, down hall. Doesn't feel too silly to me. Okay. To get more fire here. Because I think we're just going to have tons of dudes stacking up in these locations. So the best thing I can do is just, slam-a-jam guns everywhere. And make this extremely inhospitable. Okay, is that good enough? Actually gonna take this one out. And point that down the line. Alright, let's see how this goes. Like at this point we've just switched to brute force kill holes. Which isn't necessarily bad. Okay, so this gun's not doing it. We don't have too many guys coming down this direction. We have a number of guys coming this direction. And almost nobody going up here. I'm gonna surrender. Upgrades? Or, oh, not upgrades. Want to do something like that? That's tricky. Because I might want to move that there. So I can angle that there. Let's see. And then, yeah, a lot of them were coming through here. So next up, these were fine. This one's not. Honestly, I think both of these guns were no good. Something like this. Because, yeah, we have stragglers coming through, which is why I usually put my zappers in the back. And I might want to do exactly that. Take take these three at least and move them just right here. Because none of the orcs are bunching up in such a way that they are, let's see, none of the orcs are bunching up in such a way that they're able to get past. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. What do we want to do? What is my biggest damage boost? Let's go Scorched Armor and the penetration chance? Sure. Yeah, they're not bunching up, so they're all taking exactly one path, the path of least resistance. They only take the other routes if they actually bunch up, but I'm just culling them too hard. Let's see. So other things that I could probably do better is my lasers. These lasers are doing great. This one's no good. I think it's just this one, and even it's doing fine. It's just a little scattershot with where it's landing. And yeah, having these Teslas right at the end is actually working out quite well. Mostly. Because yeah, they're slowing them down and sending them backwards. It's not enough though. Yeah, because they're massing up just a little bit, more than the Tesla towers can manage. Okay. Well, one of the easiest possible options that I have is just invest in that. Let's see, a little bit of laser damage. A little bit of laser damage. Yeah, because I wasn't exactly paying attention to where else they were massing. And that's probably fine. Oh god, there's 120,000 orcs that are coming down this line. That is nuts. I'm not actually sure if this is good. No, it is. It is good. Is it? This one I might want to move. Because it just doesn't have the coverage that I'm looking for. Oh, that flame tower is working. Yeah, they all pass through this one. because not a lot are coming through here. So having one that is right here, or maybe right here. Would work, because we're getting a lot more coming through this direction. Again, maybe it's just because I've moved this one. But no, a lot more are sneaking through this section. Probably because I have 4 guns pointed right here. Yeah. And they are stacking up a little. Yeah, so right there. Yeah, do we want to just give him crazy range? Sure. Well, option A. Let's just do that. Or actually, do I? Play again. Let's take this one. Because this is a near surefire angle. And that'll mess with the bunching point and get them all down the line. One could argue I might want to do the same thing right here. Take this guy out. But it is hitting a lot of them, so it's hard to tell. Oh right, I was going to end the video. Sorry, this game is compelling. And a little tough. Yeah, you always think it's going to be fine, and then it gets extremely bad. The other thing I'd probably benefit from is really finally investing in the slowing grenades. Because we've got a bunch of them here, and we've got one up here, but we don't have anything right here. Yeah, there comes a crowd. Yeah, because the goal is to keep them from bunching too much. Because if they bunch too much right here, then they start going south, and that means they don't get the fire. It's kind of working. It's working well enough. And yeah, we definitely need to start investing in mortars. Because I have a lot of pierce, I have a lot of bounce, but our only source of AoE is the flamethrowers. And that's not fantastic. Ah, they're bunching. We'll beat the level, I think. But yeah, this is what I'm trying to avoid. Nope, never mind, they got past. Still, 19,000 is pretty good. Let's see. Okay, fine. Yeah, do we want to get the explode when it expires? Yeah. Okay, keep boosting the damage? Maybe. More grenade launcher towers. Damage to slowed orcs actually probably would have been a good idea. Okay, that's good enough. Well, I did say I needed some AoE. There we go. I don't think they do that much damage, but that's a lot of explosions, potentially. Holy shit, that's a lot of them. Okay, so how much damage do they do? Not amazing amounts. But again, the entire goal is to just soften them up and slow them down enough that they can't bunch at the end and walk past my defenses, or, you know, rush past them. It is a worthwhile argument to be made that maybe I want to move one of these over here. Because I'm wasting a lot of their potential DPS. Honestly, though, wow, the lasers have 1,000,000 DPS. I guess we're really using them. This one is doing fantastic work. Wait. I'm trying to tell, but I think I might actually want to have these things bounce. Range might actually be a fixed cap. No, I have no idea how that would work exactly. It just feels like this one's actually going much further than this one. In terms of overall coverage. I'll have to poke at that. But I think the super slowing grenades was the trick. Because yeah, we've completely obliterated them. Couple snuck by, but that's fine. Okay. Corrosive fumes, I think, is probably going to be extremely good. As is stuff like Scorched Armor. However, if lasers were carrying that hard, we should probably respect it. Okay. And what else do we want to do? No, I think I'll do that, and we'll start investing in mortar. There is stuff here. But can't do much with it. Okay, what? Oh, no. Huh. It's pachinko. It is orc pachinko. I can't even begin to assume how I'm supposed to clear this. Maybe if I actually reconfigured one of these. I guess I can just have that cover that gap. This sucks. Ish. Okay. How even? I don't know. I'm going to leave that for next episode. Thank you all so much for watching.